Hey everybody, this is our elementary grade project for the week of May 18th. That's right, the last week of our school year. I'm going to challenge you a little bit, but it should be fun and not too hard, not too difficult. We're going to be making this today, so it's super cool. I like it, and hope you will too. Let me show you what we're going to need to do the project. You will need, if you're at home doing this, you're going to need a stencil of the vase. I will send it to you. You're going to need some scissors to cut that out. Differently today though, we're gonna just use it. You're gonna cut it out and go ahead and use that. You're not gonna have to trace it onto something else and cut that out. So I've already got one cut out for me. So you'll need a scissor, so make sure you do that. You're gonna need a large piece of construction paper. We're using blue. I've got a blue pencil. I've got a regular pencil in case you need that. I've got some water, a small brush, some black acrylic paint. You're going to need some glue, and you're going to need some pieces of little squares of tissue paper. Okay, so I've got some pink tissue paper for that. All right, so in order to get this started, what we're going to do is we're going to draw these designs on our paper first. Now I'm going to use this watercolor paper pamphlet here so I can show you how to do it. I'm going to draw on here. Now, if you're feeling a little uncomfortable about just starting off with the blue pencil, you can go ahead and use a regular pencil and draw it. I think I'm going to use my blue pencil and just draw it for you now because it'll be easier for you to see it on camera. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so you're going to have this, of course yours is going to be down in front of you, but I'm going to try and do it this way so you can see as best you can. Let me see if I can, best way I can hold this for you all, okay? So right here, I'm going to take the blue pencil. You can use, again, you can do it with the blue pencil, or if you're feeling a little uncomfortable, go ahead and just use a regular pencil and then go over all the stuff with the blue. So I'm going to make a little, kind of like a skinny oval up here at the top, right? So that looks like the top opening of the vase. And then I'm going to take the blue and just shade it just a little bit. Kind of gives you the illusion that, hey, that's the inside of the vase. Okay? Then I want a blue stripe right here. I'm going to fill that in. Okay. Try to make it so you can see it, hopefully. All right. Come a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then underneath here, I'm going to have 3 flowers. So it's like a circle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. You're going to have 3 flowers next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that, okay? All right, so underneath that, I want another stripe right here. A thinner stripe. And fill that in. All right, and then under that, I'm going to make what looks like almost a little lace ruffle or something right here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And little dots on the end of those. Looks like pretty lace or something. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you on my finished one. It's easiest if we start right in the middle of the vase. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this big flower, and then we're going to just draw these little branches that come off the flower. We're going to move to these smaller flowers and then draw their little branches that come off of theirs. Okay, okay, so let's see if I can hold this best for you. I want to put right in the middle. I'm going to put a circle for the middle of this flower, the big flower. Okay. Then I'm going to make the petals around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Those petals are all going to be colored in. I'm going to finish coloring mine in a minute. Well, let me just do it really quick for you. These should be colored in blue, okay? Okay. Almost there. All right. So you're going to color those in blue. Now, the next step we're going to do is we're going to make those little, what look like branches kind of coming off of that flower. Okay? All right. So I've got 5 branches coming off, okay? You're going to come off of those branches, make some little lines that come off like that. I'm hoping that you're seeing that, yes. Some little branches. The lines coming off, okay? Almost there. All right, so now you've got that so far. Okay, so the next step is drawing the little flowers. So there's a little one over here. So it's the circle. Sorry, I'm moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Let's see, I want one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little difficult holding this to try and show you, but hopefully you have a better understanding of what to do if I'm showing you this way. Okay. And then there's a couple more. There's one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, my hand is cramping a little bit. So I'm going to set this down. And what you're going to do is, you see how you colored the petals of this flower in nice and solid blue? You're going to do the same thing with all the smaller flowers. So let's do that one next, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I'm just going to set this down. I can probably color those in a lot quicker this way than I can if I'm holding it up sideways. And then I'll show you what the next step is going to be. Gives my hand a little bit of a break anyway. Okay. We are getting there. We are getting there. And then, like I've always told you, though, take your time, make yours nice. Don't rush yours, okay? Again, the only reason I do mine a little quicker is so I can get it done to show you how it's supposed to look when it's finished. But I don't want you to rush through yours. If you need to stop the video, work on yours, and come back, please make sure you feel free to do that. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, so here's what I got now. That's what it looks like so far. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some of those little branch-like things on our smaller flowers, okay? So now they're going to have some coming off of there. Maybe we'll put one up here. That looks pretty. We want these little branches coming off our other flowers, but they're going to have something a little different on these than we did on the big one. Okay, now this one I'm going to show you, see if you can see what I'm going to do on here. See how on these bigger branches we have the lines just coming off? Well, on these little ones, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little loop on the top so they look like little tiny leaves. It's really hard to see. Can you see that? I think you can, because I can see it. All right? So I'm just going to go back over all of these little lines around the small flowers and make those little loops or little leaves on all of those. So I'm going to do that as quickly as I can so I can show you the next step. And then you can see what it's supposed to look like. At this point. Okay. We are getting there. We are getting there. Almost. I got a couple more to do, and then I can show you what this looks like, and then we will move on to our next step. One more set of leaves, and we will be ready to go. Okay, there you go. So that's our vase. It's all set. So the next step for this, let me move this out of the way now. We're going to go ahead and glue our vase to our paper now that we have that all taken care of. This would probably stick on best if you use a glue stick, but I have this glue in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and use this, but either way will work, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to glue the vase to the middle of the paper. The flat part or bottom of the vase should be at the bottom of my paper, just like that, okay? All right, so the next, that was pretty much the hardest part, so let's just finish up the rest, shall we? Okay, so now we're going to take some black paint and we're going to draw some branches, and then we're going to just glue some tissue paper on there to finish it up, okay? So I've got a paper plate over here, and I've got some, I already have paint on it. I hate wasting, so I'm just going to add it to this plate. I've got some black paint and a small brush, okay? Let me show you how I'm going to do that. Ooh, got a little black paint on my paper. Happens sometimes, but we'll try to ignore that. Okay. I'm going to start my branch from inside of my pot or vase and go up. It doesn't have to be straight. In fact, it looks much better, I think, if we kind of wiggle it just a little bit so there's a little movement in the branch. Just like a real branch would be outside. It wouldn't just be straight. It's going to have some movement to it, okay? So then I'm just going to pull some little lines. Pull some lines. Okay? You can even make some come and curl. That's cool. I like that. And we're going to make 3 of these large branches with the little branches coming off of them, okay? I think I did 3, might be more. I don't know. No, it looks like 3 with some other branches. Okay, so there's 1. Then I want to put 1 over here, okay? These are coming along, aren't they? Okay. Like little cherry blossoms. Okay, and then I'm going to put another one over here. Make sure they're all going into the inside of the pot, okay? You don't want them on the outside. You want them just going inside the pot. Or vase, I'm sorry. I keep saying pot. It's a vase, isn't it? Add these little branches going different ways. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Maybe one over here. Okay, so now I've got the branches all set up. So we're going to leave this to dry. This is the point where you would stop and put this aside, and I want this whole thing to dry, okay? When it's dry, then you're going to come back and you're going to add your tissue paper. I'm going to show you how to do it now, though, but again, make sure your black paint is dry. If it's not, you could drag it around on your paper. It might happen with mine because mine's not dry. But what I would like to do then, when it's dry, I would take the glue and I'd just put some dots on wherever I'm thinking I might like a tissue or a flower to be. Just kind of randomly, wherever I think I might like a flower, that's where I'm going to put a dot of glue. Might be some down here towards the bottom. Okay, I think that looks good. See how I didn't put glue I don't want to put lines of glue, and I want to put it all over the whole thing. But I want to put it here and there where I think I might like to set a flower, okay? So I've pre-cut some tissue paper. They're already in kind of like little rectangles or squares, and if they're too big for you and you cut them, you can just rip them and make it smaller. And then you're going to take it and just crunch it up, and then you're going to put those wherever you want your excuse me, little blossoms to be. It's a little easier for me to work with this flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my tissue paper squares to wherever I put the glue. And then we're going to take a look at it and see if that's enough or if we need to add any more, okay? So I'm going to just work on that. Ripping some if I think they're maybe too big. Take some smaller ones and some bigger ones. Looks nice. It's coming along. Okay. So I'm using both light pink and darker pink, and that looks pretty. I like it. We are getting there. We are getting there. Again, take your time. Do a good job. If you want to add more blossoms, you'll add more glue as you go. And that's the way I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to take a look at it in a minute here. I'm almost done. And see where I think might need either more blossoms, or if I need to have more branches showing, then I can actually take some black paint and add another branch or two if I want to. Let's take a look at it and see what we have. That's pretty cool, isn't it? But I'm looking at it and I think I might need, it looks like over here could use 1 or 2 more blossoms over there. So let's do that real quick. Actually, I think I need a few more. It's looking a little bit empty in some areas, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And then we'll be just about there. Okay. Ah, that looks better. There you go. See how cool that came out? It looks very similar to the first one, doesn't it? And it was a lot of fun and not too difficult to make. Anyway, thanks so much, elementary class. I miss you. We all miss you here at the school. I hope you enjoyed making art with us this school year. And we can't wait to see you guys soon. Hopefully we can all get back and get to school. Have a great summer.